Have you ever driven through the Arizona desert and thought, those massive domes look like the perfect spot for a UFO landing? Well, you're not alone. These strange, abandoned structures in the middle of nowhere have mystified tourists, locals, and even artists. But what happened to these futuristic-looking domes? Were they just a weird dream, or is there a darker story behind why they're still standing today? Stick around, because you'll want to know just how these domes became both an engineering marvel and a mystery. Welcome back to the History Decoded channel. If you've ever been to Arizona and wondered about those odd UFO-esque domes poking through the desert, you're in for a treat. Today we're unraveling the story behind these massive abandoned domes. And trust me, it's anything but ordinary. So buckle up and get ready for a wild ride through time, innovation, and a whole lot of what the heck happened here. The origins of the bizarre domes. So picture this. You're driving south of Casa Grande, Arizona, and you see these giant dome-shaped structures poking up from the ground. They look like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, right? But nope, it's not a set for some new alien flick. It's real. These are the lost domes of Casa Grande, and they've been sitting in the Arizona desert for decades. People have been asking the same questions about them for years. Why are they here? Why were they abandoned? And perhaps the most important question, what could have been if they had worked out? The ambitious plan behind the domes. Let's rewind a bit. Back in the early 1980s, a company called Intercon Technology had big dreams of becoming the next Silicon Valley giant. They chose Casa Grande as the location for their factory, deciding to build something truly unique, massive domes that would house their operations. I mean, why settle for a regular factory building when you can have a UFO-shaped industrial wonderland? Now here's where things get interesting. The company faced two major challenges: cost and heat. Arizona's desert is hot enough to fry an egg on the sidewalk, and keeping those domes cool in the summer would cost a fortune. But here's the kicker. They solved both problems at once with something called thermal shell construction. Yeah, sounds fancy, doesn't it? They basically inflated giant balloons over the foundations, sprayed foam and concrete over them, and voila, instant domes. Not only did this method save money, but it also helped keep the interiors cool. Genius, right? But here's the question. Why hasn't anyone else used this method to build cool-looking, affordable buildings? Maybe because it doesn't exactly scream reliable when the entire structure is made from foam and concrete. The rise and fall of Intercon. Once the domes were completed, they were meant to house some high-tech operations, like computers and quartz watches. Think Silicon Valley meets the Arizona desert. But of course, things didn't exactly go as planned. The company went bankrupt just a year later. That's right, bankrupt. And with it, the domes became just another abandoned relic in the desert. But here's the thing. The domes were so unique that nobody knew what to do with them. No one wanted to buy them, and nobody was interested in repurposing these futuristic-looking structures. They became a symbol of failed innovation, standing there in the Arizona sun, collecting dust and adding to the growing pile of forgotten dreams. Could they have succeeded if the company had kept going? Maybe, but you have to wonder, if it was such a groundbreaking idea, why didn't anyone try to replicate it? The eerie aftermath, collapsing and legal drama. Fast forward to 2016, after being abandoned for years, the domes still stood, but they were in a state of disrepair. One of them collapsed in the back, and suddenly the question of demolition was back on the table. Yet despite numerous attempts to demolish the structures, they're still here. And now they're not just a weird historical artifact, they're also a magnet for artists, urban explorers, and, let's be honest, people looking to snoop around a spooky, abandoned location. But hey, here's the real kicker. These domes are condemned. Not exactly the place you'd want to host your next gathering unless you're really into the idea of getting arrested for trespassing. So, why do these abandoned domes still stand? Is it because of some grand design that never came to fruition? Or is it just another tale of futuristic dreams crashing into the unforgiving reality of the desert? The domes of Casa Grande remain a strange chapter in Arizona's history, a what-could-have-been story frozen in time. But hey, who knows? Maybe one day, someone will come along and turn these forgotten domes into something amazing. Or maybe they'll just keep sitting there, slowly decaying under the desert sun. What do you think? Should we give these domes another chance? Or are they better off as a bizarre mystery in the middle of nowhere? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join me for more strange stories from the wild world of history. Until next time, this is History Decoded Channel signing off.